Hey folks, this is Riker. Blizzard revealed some big changes coming to Diablo 3 at BlizzCon 2014, and here's a summary of the key takeaways. 3 new types of treasure goblins are being introduced. One drops gems, one drops crafting materials and legendary plants, and the last drops blood shards. I think this is a tremendous addition to the game, given that right now, honestly, I ignore goblins. The amount of reward they give me is not worth the time it takes to kill them. But I would not say no to a ton of gems, blood shards, or crafting material. New legendary gems are coming to the game. 2 new gems will be introduced in patch 2.12. In order to allow for greater randomization and rifts, certain tile sets are being entirely redone so that they no longer have a fixed layout in rifts. Blizzard is addressing the conduit pylons in Greater Rift problem. Currently, it seems that your progression into the higher Greater Rift levels is immensely impacted by whether or not you get a conduit pylon. Rather than simply remove the conduit, Blizzard wants to experiment with buffing the other pylons so that regardless of what pylon you get, it will be a tremendous boon to you, depending on your ability to make proper use of it.
On PTR at 2.12, we're going to experiment with some changes to the speed pylon. It's going to last a whole minute instead of 30 seconds. It's going to let you run through Waller. It's going to let you run through monsters and knock them up into the air. We're making changes to the shielding pylon. When monsters hit you, you're going to do reflex damage on them. Also, when the shielding ends, you're going to explode and do damage to everything that's near you at the time that the shield pylon wears off.
Woo. And Blizzard will try to ensure a more consistent number of pylons throughout your greater rifts. Also, they're going to improve the monster density of those low density rifts. Thank you. They also want to remove those really long dead ends from greater rifts, as well as those really long loops that are basically no different from dead ends. Dying in greater rifts is also going to be addressed. Right now, dying doesn't suck so much if you're near the checkpoint, but it sucks a ton if you're very far away. In order to ensure more consistency, players will now be able to res at corpse with an incrementing death timer. In other words, you'll be penalized, say 5 seconds the first time you res at corpse, then the next time you'll be penalized 10 seconds, and so on and so on. This is a much better system.
We don't want randomness to dictate your success or failure.
We'll be able to try out all the upcoming 2.12 changes on the public test realm. In true Blizzard fashion, the PTR, the public test realm, will be coming, quote-unquote,
soon.
Season 2 will also be on the PTR. As a reward for getting level 70 in Season 2, you'll get 2 additional transmogs, legs and boots. And in Season 3, you'll get the final 2 transmogs to complete the set. New legendary items are coming, as well as changes to old legendary items. For instance, the Wormwood Staff will now continuously cast Locust Swarm on enemies around you.
Another legendary that we're going to look at, this one's for wizards. This one's for Energy Twister. It has a chance to pull enemies in. Yeah.
There are new game-changing legendary item affixes that will be coming for every single class.
Yo dog, I heard you like exploding palms.
Blizzard even addressed the key issue with the Marauder set.
Yeah, here's the problem though. They just run around and drop turrets. Like, they're not really engaged. It's not fun. It's strong, but it's definitely not what we would consider good design.
To remedy the plague of one build to rule them all, Blizzard is introducing a new Demon Hunter set that will have a much more active playstyle, as well as new sets for other classes, including a wizard set that revolves around spamming slow time, and a Rend Whirlwind Barbarian. Yes, it's back.
In the case of the Raiment set, the 2-piece is going to make your generators do more damage, because at its core, we want monks punching things in the face. The 4-piece bonus is going to make it so that when you're punching things in the face, you'll get back charges of your dashing strike, and also be able to carry a lot more charges. And then the 6-piece will make it so your dashing strike still deals a ton of damage, but now dashing strike itself is actually the source of damage, so you can compound that with dashing strike damage items and things of that nature, and get a more cohesive playstyle where you're punching a bunch of dudes and periodically darting around the screen like a ninja.
Basically, Blizzard's trying to bring back greater build diversity with legendary items. I'm skeptical about whether or not this will work to break the current metagame, but we'll be able to find out on the PTR. Also new are ancient items. These could have been really cool, but all they really are buffed legendaries. They are an even rarer version of a legendary item, with stats that roll about 30% higher. I would have loved to have seen Blizzard do something crazy with this, like get a legendary item that rolls with an additional legendary affix from a different item. I don't know how balanced that would be, but it would be something to get me excited, a lot more than just 30% higher stats. A new area in adventure mode is coming called the Ruins of Sescheron. This Act 3 area will include new bounties and new monsters, and it'll be filled with lots of different traps that you can use intelligently to kill enemies. And the most welcome quality of life change of them all. Act 1's layout is being changed for adventure mode. Let's face it, the layout was awful. Rather than go to the Mystic or the Jeweler when I was in Act 1, I would instead teleport to Act 2 because that took less time than running all the way over there. Overall, I feel Blizzard's Diablo 3 BlizzCon showing was far more powerful than I expected. We're getting a lot more new content and a lot more new changes than I was anticipating, and this is all very exciting and a very positive change for the game. That wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment letting me know what you're most excited about. Check out these other videos about to appear on screen in a moment, and until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.